everyone, and welcome. I'm your host, Joe Bruschetto, inviting you to join us for the next half hour as we present In Touch with the Dutch. On today's program, we'll meet the president of the Dutch Canadian Society, Dijkhoppers. We'll also meet the Tulip Queen of the Dutch Canadian Society. We'll have the privilege of listening to the Dijkhoppers Band, and we have a film direct from Holland called Stenen Pijpen, which is translated into English as Stone Pipes. With me today, I have a beautiful young lady. She's the Tulip Queen of the Dutch Canadian Society, Nancy de Vries. And I also have with me a fine-looking gentleman here, dressed in orange, Tony Van Ness, the president of the London Dijkhoppers. Nancy, do you mind if I ask you a few questions here? Were you born in Holland?
Yes. I was born in Leiden, Holland, and we've been in Canada for 11 years now.
And in what functions would you participate or represent the Dutch Canadian Society?
I'm more or less a hostess for the social functions. St. Mary's had a Senior Citizens Dutch Day, and I handed out cookies at the club for them. And I was in the parade at Clinton when they had their Klompenfest and Cavalcade, and just when we have special events, I'm there.
But all with all, it sounds like a pretty exciting program.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people.
And I also understand that the Tulip Queen was involved with the All-Ontario Tulip Queen contest. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What was involved there and what prizes are involved?
That was held at St. Mary's this year, and there's about 10 girls, I think, from Ontario that was there. And the winner won a trip to Holland, and St. Mary's donated a lot of prizes to the event, and it was really exciting. You had a long evening dress competition, and everybody got prizes for it, which was really nice.
Well, thank you very much for being with us here this afternoon, Nancy, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
I'll go over to Tony here, and Tony, can you tell us a little bit about your group? Like, how long have you been in existence? Or how long have you been together?
The Dijkhoppers were started, Joe, in April of 1966, and we have been together all this time. Of course, we have changes in memberships, especially in our band, because it's very difficult to keep fellows playing as they get to a little older age, you know.
Right. But do all your functions take place at the Dutch Canadian Society?
No, they don't. As a matter of fact, we travel all over Ontario. Carnival is the same as what we call in Canada Mardi Gras. We all know about the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Well, our carnival basically comes from Holland, and I believe there's approximately 85 carnival groups in Canada, and we visit many of them in southwestern Ontario. We also perform at our own club special functions. We entertain during the Cavalcade weekend in September. We entertain at the Clinton Klompenfest in May. We do many charity things. We have played for the veterans at Westminster Hospital. We have played for the senior citizens. Right now, I believe it's on April the 13th, we are asked to play at the Centennial School, I believe it is, in Arva. They are putting on an ethnic evening. It's done by the Home and School Board, I believe. So we do many things during the year.
Sounds like you've got a pretty heavy schedule there, Tony. And tell me one thing, do you have to be Dutch to belong to this Dijkhoppers group?
No, you don't. As a matter of fact, it's a Dutch-Canadian society, and we do have Canadians among our group, and especially the musicians. We have, I believe about 4 Canadians in the group at the present time. So everyone is welcome, and anybody that can play an instrument and loves to play for fun and charity, they're always welcome with the Dykehoppers.
Oh, good. Now that you mentioned the band, could you maybe elaborate a little bit on the band? How many band members have you got at the present time?
At approximately 11 or 12 members at the moment. In order to be able to play some of the music which our band is playing today, they have to be able to read music. Our band is under the direction of Mr. John Tenkate, and John has a band of his own also, but he has really increased the repertoire, as I would call it, of the Dykehoppers band. They not only play the simple carnival songs anymore, they bring out quite a sound.
Well, I've heard the band, Tony, and I think they're just terrific. As a matter of fact, I think we should now switch over and let's hear some of that fine music from the Dutch Canadian Society Dykehoppers Band.